What is up, everybody in YouTube land, and welcome to this episode of From the Mind of an Appliance Technician. I am your friendly neighborhood appliance technician, Chris, and this is C&G Appliance Television. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. You could be so many other places in YouTube right now, but you're here with me, and I thank you guys so much. Really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, your views mean everything. They keep, even if I get like 1 or 2 views on these videos, I don't really care. That makes me want to keep doing it. And I try as the best I can to upload 3 times weekly. This is Friday, the last day of January, the 31st, 2020. And I want to get into a month recap sort of type deal of, you know, how things have gone, just a basic synopsis of how things have gone. But first, we'll get to shop announcements. Still have the stack unit, haven't gotten rid of that. I actually had to drop my price a little bit because, you know, I thought I was going to want to sit on it, but I really don't. I need to get rid of it. So I dropped my price a little bit. Had a lot more interest, but it seems like people are looking for 24-inch units, and this is a 27. So somebody will come along eventually on that one. I acquired that Speed Queen. I acquired a Speed Queen AWN 412 that needed a 959P3 kit on Tuesday that I don't think I really spoke too much of. I might have touched on it, but we'll give you sort of the backstory of it. Around Monday or so, the older tech that works, kind of hangs around our shop and owns his own service company, he wound up going out on this sorority, fraternity, something like that. I can't remember. I'm going to say it was a sorority, but he diagnosed this machine as needing a 959P3 kit. The owner told, the house mom told him that she was going to get back to him. Never did, just came to us and bought a machine instead. So we wound up with this machine, naturally seeing a Speed Queen in the pen. I went, ooh, and I took it, and I thought to myself, I said, I wonder if this is the machine that he looked at. And turns out it was making the same noise, so I kind of guessed it was. I was like, well, I guess they decided not to fix it. Didn't realize that the lady had kind of completely gone behind his back, and you know, I don't know if she intended on stiffing him for the service call. I doubt it, because that's not really how most sororities would work. They don't usually do that. Usually they're pretty good about paying. So I guess the decision was just made, and that was that. He doesn't care if he gets paid, so as long as he was getting paid, that's fine. I wound up putting the 959P3 kit on, which is the belt tensioner, arm, and spring and everything like that. It comes with a Speed Queen. I was going to do an instructional video on it, but my phone ran out of memory, and I didn't really get all the footage I wanted. But that's okay, because that didn't end up being the problem with the unit. Anyway, I thought it was the motor. It is not the motor. I got to poking around a little bit more in it, and it was making a noise I had never really heard one of those make. Now, it was only a noise on agitation, and it was sort of a chatter on agitation, like or a whirring. You'd probably call it like a chatter or whirring or something like that. And I had never heard one make that before. So I started, you know, I did the old mechanics trick. Well, first I disconnected the belt from the motor pulley, and I ran it, and the noise wasn't there on agitation or spin. So I reconnected the belt up. Noise resumed. So I took a page from my mechanics playbook, and a lot of times if you're looking for a noise that you're not sure where it is, you can take a screwdriver and use it as a stethoscope. You can take a long screwdriver, stick it physically on something, and put your ear up to it. And a lot of times you can hear if that's the component making the noise, because the noise will transfer up through the bracketry that said component is attached to. Now this only works on mechanical noises, guys, like big mechanical things. Okay, they make a tool called an automotive stethoscope, which would work wonders in this case, but I mean it's really not a tool that you would need a whole lot. I've just seen the old timers use, you know, screwdrivers to achieve the same end. So I did that, determined it was not coming from the motor, listened to the transmission as well while it was agitating, because the power unit, the transmission in there kind of just does this as it's agitating, so I stuck a screwdriver on that, no noise coming from that. I knew it wasn't either of the bearings, because those bearings are really, really beefy. They're like the size of a wheel bearing in a car. So there shouldn't really be any squeaky sort of chattery worry noise coming from those. There's usually a knock when they get bad. So what I did was I took some WD-40 and I sprayed there's a little sort of splined piece in that pulley that when it spins it pushes that pulley up so that clutch can engage, so the brake can disengage, and then when there's no more tension on it from the belt, it drops down and actually allows that tub to brake. It is called the brake assembly for that reason. As tension is released on it, it actually will slow the tub down so you don't stick your arm in there. So anyway, it turns out that when that brake was disengaged, it was causing that noise because I just shot it with a little WD-40 and it quieted right down. I mean, immediately quieted down. So got that figured out. I've got that sitting there ready to go on. So that should take care of that. I will of course keep you guys updated on that situation. But I wanted to talk to you guys just today about sort of a January synopsis of how things went and how I feel things are going to go in the coming month of February. Okay? I haven't really kept a tally of sales this month, but I've really done great. We've done great with sales and side work and everything like that. And if we can keep that stuff going, that would be awesome. Ever since the new year has dawned, guys, this month has been great for me. It has been absolutely amazing. Getting hooked up with all the technicians that I have met over the course of doing this YouTube thing, and just getting plugged in with that whole world. I mean, I've learned about lock rings that I didn't even know existed. I mean, from a monetary and knowledge standpoint, I've become so enriched and so blessed, and I already put a thank you video out, so I don't need to get into that wishy-washy mushy stuff again. But anyway, that is really, honestly, truly how I feel. Just thank you to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And thank you to everybody out there who has watched my videos, who's commenting on things, who I've met through this. You guys all know who you are. I mean, just there's been so much learning and so much extra money coming in. I've had people beating down my doors for used washing machines. I can't keep up with demand, guys. Like, I literally can't keep up with demand. I've got so many people that are after things. There just hasn't been enough coming through because install has been kind of dead. So that's kind of the price you pay for that, is I don't have as many machines to poke around in and look through, which is okay because I can tackle bigger projects like the Speed Queen and things like that, things that need, things that I end up actually technically misdiagnosing and then making things okay afterwards, but I'm just glad it wasn't a customer's machine that I had looked at. I guess I would have scrutinized it a little bit harder had it been a customer's machine. So anyway, that aside, it's really just been an awesome month, and I feel like all this is going to continue through February, through the coming month, and the side hustle has paid off dividend after dividend. Guys, if and I'm telling you, if you haven't jumped into appliance repair and you're thinking about it, do it. Because you don't ever go hungry. You don't go hungry, you don't go broke. Um, Even working for somebody. If you've got a good side hustle going while you're working for somebody, you don't go broke. It's a trade that you can take anywhere. I can literally go anywhere in the world with my trade, with this trade, and it continues every day to bless me, and I'm so thankful for that. And you guys out there, I'm so thankful for all of you guys. Um, Again, I said I didn't want to get into that, but I'm going to anyway, I guess. Um, it just has been great. I mean, I wish I had kept a running tally of sales this month, because I can tell you that I have at least made, well, I don't know. It's been a lot. It's been pretty good. Everything has been great. Um, and I just look forward to more of it. And we're going to try to expand things around here. Um, I would like to get. I have an old diesel truck out there that's sitting out in my driveway that I have to finish up, and that's on the to-do list. That's going to be my appliance hauler and everything like that. And I had the brainstorm. I think what we're going to do in the coming months maybe is look at some government surplus auctions and see whether we can get, locally anyway, see whether we can get secondhand refrigerators or secondhand appliances of some sort. I would like them to be washing machines, because those are kind of the easiest things to flip. Washing machines, dryers tend to be the easiest things to just diagnose, fix, flip, and not have to worry about. Refrigerators, there's always that thing in the back of your mind, like, that thing's kind of old, I hope I didn't sell that for too much, because, sometimes you can run them for a week and they'll be fine for you, but, somebody will move them and they won't do something right, or they'll, something will be, I've had to change people out before with refrigerators because they just moved it. There was one that I think I might have touched on a few weeks ago that I had to go back out on and switch him out a fridge because the compressor started grumbling. And that it never grumbled a lick for me. It sat in my shop and ran for like a week straight, and then it was fine. Get to moving it, and one of the springs breaks inside the compressor that holds the compressor up inside that hermetically sealed case, and then you got a rattling. So I've actually parted that fridge out. I took the evaporator motor out of it just a couple of days ago, actually. I finally got around to that and got rid of that. So, guys, I just look forward to more of this stuff next month, and it's been real great. And maybe I'll try to keep a running tally of sales, and at the end of next month, even though it's a short month, I may just go ahead and keep a running tally and post it, I don't know, somewhere on this screen at some point, how much I make in a month, just a short month, let's say, as a side hustle. So maybe stay tuned for that. I might not do that. I don't know. It all depends on how busy I get. It's been pretty slow, but around the company, it's been pretty slow. But my side hustle hasn't, and I look for that to keep picking up, and hopefully it'll just keep going. So, with that, I will cease my rambling, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.